Now, if you only got 30 minutes to get dinner together, this is one of my favorite go-to meals. It's creamy spaghetti with meat sauce and fusilli pasta. And yes, the pastas in this house matter. Now, if I am saying that pasta name incorrectly, please somebody in the comment section correct me down below and let me know the right pronunciation for the name of this pasta. But before we get into this video, please make sure you follow your girl on all social media platforms, which is posted right up there above. Now, that man went ahead and bought me this chopper to go ahead and make chopping up my veggies easy, which it absolutely does, but he's been asking me how come I never use it. So today we're going to go ahead and break it out and use it. So for the veggies, we are using some red bell peppers. We also have some yellow bell peppers, and we are also using some red onions. Now I went on ahead, washed off my veggies, and then I chopped them up in quarters because the chopping space is a little bit small. So I wanted to make sure everything can fit. So I did go ahead and just chop it up in little squares like that. And now we're going to go ahead and get those veggies chopped. Once we get our veggies chopped, we're going to go ahead and transfer them over into a bowl. And I just want to take a second right here just to admire how beautiful these vegetables look like. They're bright colors. It looks absolutely beautiful. So we're just going to go ahead and take a second and look at how beautiful these are. Now, once I got what I needed for tonight's dish, I did go ahead and put the rest in a Ziploc bag, and we're going to store that in the fridge for a later date. Now it's time to go ahead and start cooking our turkey. You can use ground beef, you can use ground chicken, you can use shrimp, you can substitute out for whatever protein you would like, but today I'm using some ground turkey. Went on ahead, got my ground turkey in a pan, and I'm just going to season it up the way I like to season it up. Now, you make sure you season it the way you like to do it, friend. It's your kitchen, it's your rules. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and with a little bit of Tony seasoning. Y'all know your girl is going to always add her some onion powder and some garlic powder. You can't have one, you got to have both. Went on ahead and put in some of that Kenda's roasted chicken seasoning because chicken and turkey is in the same family, so we just going to go ahead and add that in there. Had to go ahead and add in some of that complete seasoning, and then you got to add your herbs. So for our herbs, we're going to go ahead and with some cilantro. And y'all, I am all out of smoked paprika, so you will not see any smoked paprika in this video, y'all. I realized I ran out and forgot to get some from the supermarket, so we will not have any, but you can go ahead and throw in a little Italian seasoning if you like as well. Go ahead and mix everything up, and you want to make sure you cook your ground turkey all the way through. We are not cooking steak. Medium ground turkey is going to have you have a little bit of rumbles in the jungle in that stomach. Do not cook your ground turkey medium. Make sure it is well done. After our ground turkey is all the way cooked, it should look like this, and you can go ahead and give you a taste test and see if it needs some more seasoning. Now, when it comes to onions and peppers, it's something my kids don't like, so I did remove half of mine and went on ahead and made it with the sauce so that they can have theirs, and then I'm going to go ahead and make mine the way that I like to make it, and I like to add me some onions and bell peppers in mine. Once I let those onions and bell peppers cook down for a few minutes, I went on ahead and added in my tomato sauce. And you can use whichever tomato sauce you like. Prego, ragu, make your own if you fancy like that. I wasn't being fancy. We out the jar today. Once I got my tomato sauce in there, we're going to go ahead and give it a good mix. Make sure everything is incorporated. We want to make sure our sauce is enough. All of our meat is covered. Everything is nice and seasoned. Go ahead and give it a taste test. Don't be afraid to taste your food while you're cooking it, so you can go ahead and adjust and see what you might need. Once we got everything incorporated, I did let that sauce heat up just a little bit because it did come out of the jar. So we want to make sure that we're starting to bring that up to temperature. And now it was time to go ahead and add our creamy element to it. So for creamy, what I mean is we're going to go ahead and get you some heavy whipping cream, and you're going to add you just about a half of cup. Now, if you're cooking a bigger portion, then of course you're going to need more. You can double it. But if you're cooking a small portion like I am, then go ahead and use you just a half a cup. Go ahead and sprinkle in some of that Parmesan cheese and let everything come together as one. Once everything comes together, it's time for you to go ahead and make your side orders, which is going to be boil you some noodles. And if you want to be fancy, you can go ahead and chop you up a salad, but I wasn't feeling that fancy tonight. We got 30 minutes. Them kids got to go to bed. Went on ahead, got my Fusilli noodles, put it on a plate because I wanted to be fancy and I didn't want linguine or regular spaghetti noodles. So we're going to go ahead and put that on the plate. Now, I told y'all that man be acting like he ain't eating 7 days and 7 nights. So So we always going to make his plate just a little bit bigger. Went on ahead and added that creamy spaghetti meat sauce right on top of our noodles. Now, while I'm adding our creamy meat sauce right on top, I did went on ahead and throw some of them garlic breads that we got from that haul that we did just a few days ago. And we're going to put those in the air fryer and get them nice and hot. Once those was nice and hot out of the air fryer, because I was going to be just a little fancy but not too fancy, I did go on ahead and put those garlic breads right on the side. We're going to get that man too. I told you, 7 days and 7 nights. He be acting like he just so hungry. Went on ahead, put them garlic breads on there, put a little bit more Parmesan cheese on top. And if you want to be extra fancy, friend, go ahead and sprinkle your little parsley on there too. Make sure you get that man a fork and something to drink, because it is now time to eat. Dinner is served. So if you only got 30 minutes to get dinner on the table, definitely put this on your go-to meal on your list for this week. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.